what actually hacking is, or why it is pretty much important for us. Come on, let's try to make things pretty much interesting. So, guys, please, can anyone of you tell me what is hacking and why it is important for us? You can.
Unauthorized
Mhm.
unauthorized access to data without consent from the owner, and it's
Okay.
done with uh, different methods, either to gain money, ransomware,
Mhm.
or to
Mhm.
create havoc, or for political reasons.
That's pretty much true. See, when we talk about hacking, hacking is the unintentional and unauthorized gaining or accessing someone's device without their prior information or permission. But if in case we are doing it with permission, it won't be considered as unethical. It will be considered as ethical. Now, there are so many reasons why people perform hack or why they're going to hack or still hacking someone's device, because it is always a possibility. Since we are studying, someone might be in the globe, will be accessing or trying to hack into someone's data. There's always a possibility. We don't know at what time we will get a news in the reports that some organization might have been hacked from this time to some other time framework, or from one time to another time. So when we talk about hacking, hacking is gaining access of someone's data. But in corporate terms, since we will be learning all about ethical hacking, which is having someone's permission for hacking and to secure their domain as in it could be your web application, it could be your network, it could be any infrastructure, it could be cloud, mobile application, anything. Gaining access with proper permission and utilization of the resources in order to secure someone's data. Now, my main question is, why do people hire people like us, or why do organizations hire people like us just to perform the hack? Like, what could be any specific reason why organization require people having a title of ethical hacker or just simply a hacker? Why? What could be any reason?
They want to make sure there's no vulnerability so that they don't get
Exactly.
attacked. Yep.
Exactly. They always want to make sure there is no loophole rather than vulnerability. We'll talk about loopholes. Loopholes as in any weak area from where an attacker can breach into their data and can leak it in the future or the near future. So these are loopholes, like any specific weak point from where an attacker can leverage the information or can escalate from one user to another user, or by any means necessary they want to protect. Now, in every organization, they maintain a specific standard which is named as CIA. CIA as in, okay, let me start writing the notes as well. Okay. Company always work upon this standard, that is CIA. The whole thing is known as CIA triad, which means C stands for confidentiality. Excuse me. Sorry. I stands for
Integrity and
integrity.
availability.
A stands for availability. Okay. When we talk, excuse me, when we talk about just the confidentiality, what does confidentiality means? Confidentiality states that a data or a specific set of data is supposed to be kept confidential, which means there should be no leakage of any sort of data which is kept under confidential. Let's say every one of us might be using certain social media accounts. Okay, every one of us are using social media accounts. So let's say more relevant example could be every one of us are using certain UPIs or what you call net banking or credit card or debit card information. So the company which provide this facility, they always claim your data will always remain confidential with us. Now, what does that confidentiality means? Either you know the data or we know the data, but it's not going to be known to any third party without your permission. So if we are going to or we are supposed to share any sort of data, we will first have a written consent with you, your written your written permission will be taken, and then we can share the data. But without your information, prior information, we won't be taking or we won't be sharing any such information. Second thing is integrity. Integrity is the trustworthiness of data or resource, which means in the prevention of improper and unauthorized change. Let's say uh, someone in university received their mark sheet, his or her mark sheet, and before the mark sheet reaches home, the data which was there, let's say the percentage a student received is 48, and before reaching home, the percentage is turned into 84%, which means the original data has been interrupted and spoofed as per the requirement of the attacker. So, which means integrity means the data which is generated originally should be transmitted in the same manner or same format without any unauthorized or unauthenticated changes which are made inside the document. That's something we call integrity. And the last one is availability. Availability is the assurance that the systems responsible for delivering, storing, and processing information are accessible when required by authorized user. So in this case, let's assume you are sent to a specific project from your organization to perform any delivery of any article or any entity. So you will make sure whatever the resources which are provided to you will be allocated to you until and unless the whole thing has been transferred or delivered to the client itself. That's something we call availability. In that case, let's say I am the CEO of any XYZ organization and I choose any one of you to perform a installation of a specific software in XYZ city of XYZ company. Okay, so your responsibility will be you will be using the resources which are provided by our own organization or your own home organization, and you will be delivering each and every data which is being transacted, or you will be using each and every possible resource which has been allocated to you so that you will be able to deliver the data on a specific time period or a specific node period. So that's something we call availability, and I'm not liable for sharing or transmitting any sort of data or to take you off from the project itself unless the whole thing has been completely done. Now, along with these three things, that is CIA, that is confidentiality, integrity, and availability, there are a couple of more things which a company or organization has started. That is authenticity, and non-redundancy or redundancy. It's okay. It's non-reputation. Okay, these are two other things which are also being provided by organization just to make sure the data has been properly delivered and there is no risk of losing any sort of information or any sort of data in it. Now, when we talk about the authenticity, authenticity refers to the characteristics of communication or documents or any data that ensures the quality of being genuine or uncorrupted. Let's say you are trying to log in into your own account. Okay. For logging into your own account, what's the data you will be required for logging into, let's say, your Facebook account or your Gmail account? What could be the specific data which you require, guys?
Hello.
Yes,
Or
please.
excuse me, will you go a bit
Come
slower? Because I'm really new, I'm really fresh, and I don't know like what exactly is going on. Everything is going on over the head.
Okay, I'll make
I want you
sure.
to just bit slower, yeah. So at least I can catch something.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, okay. No worries. So let's say you want to log in into your account. Okay, let's say you want to log in into your Facebook account or even your Gmail account. What exactly you require to log in into those accounts?
Username and password.
Username and password. So what does those username and password will do for you? They will make sure that you are authenticating. Or how's the Facebook or let's say Gmail will let you know that or let the organization know you are the correct or authenticated person via the help of usernames and password or certain control methods like your biometric check in various organizations they keep biometric check as a specified login attempt. Let's say when you enter your office you might be using your card, a biometric card in which your fingerprints will be there or any form of identity will be provided along with it. So that's something we call authenticity, which makes sure the exact user or the exact person is with authenticated person is logging into the system or logging into the environment or logging into any sort of services which are available for his or her own benefit or for a specific work purpose. Then we have got non-repudiation. Okay, Mr. Farhan has said 2FA. That's a public. I guess you want to say YABI key or public key something. So that's also correct. That is using two-factor authentication. It can also be done, which means multiple authentication methods. Then we have got non-repudiation. Non-repudiation is a way to guarantee that the sender of the message or data cannot later deny having sent the message and that the recipient cannot deny having receiving the message. Individuals and organizations use digital signatures to ensure non-repudency. In short terms, non-repudency is nothing but a way to ensure the data has been sent from a specific user or as well as received by a specific user. Now, in terms of email, I guess we all are using mails via one way or another way. Is it? Is there anyone who claims that, sir, we don't use any email or we don't have a functionality of using email in our organization? So when we are using email, various organizations use certain encryption method which allows them to recognize the data or the email has been sent by a specific user and later on they cannot deny that we haven't sent any sort of mail. You might have seen somewhere or in your regular day-to-day life you might be receiving certain phishing SM mails or what we call any fraud mails you might be receiving. So how do the organization actually identify? They check out something known as DMARC report. Okay, let me tell you this thing. They might be using DMARC record for identifying. And how we can do it? You just need to Google, go for DMARC check. Now, when we talk about the DMARC, there are a couple of things which are completely related to your specified DMARC. Sorry, which are completely specified to your DMARC. When we talk about this whole DMARC means domain message authentication and reporting and conformance. So let me give you a full form of it. Domain message authentication, reporting and conformance. Now, it means when we talk about the DMARC, it is an email authentication policy for reporting, and it's a small protocol which organization uses. So, best thing DMARC check is provided by your MX toolbox. It will tell you whether the organization is having a specified DMARC check or not. For example, let's say we can take any organization. Let's talk about Zoom. Since we are connected with the Zoom itself, there is this zoom.us. So I can put it here, zoom.us, and check out for DMARC lookup. If there is a DMARC record, so what people can do is, sorry, what attacker cannot do is they cannot send a email which claims we are speaking from Zoom itself. Let's say it says it has been verified. When you have a green thing, a green line over here, it says it is specified and verified, which means attackers cannot spoof their mail for providing any sort of phishing mails. But let's say if it is green or orange rather than being green, which will indicate that attackers can spoof the email and can send you a fraud mail. So that's one of the example how you can actually check about certain redundancy. So let me send this link as well inside the text. This text, which I'll be creating, you will be receiving at the end of the session via Zoom link itself. Okay, so these are the 5 things which an organization always keep in mind just to perform a security check, or that's the main reason why every organization requires a security guy which claims to be a ethical hacker or simply a security analyst guy. Now, there are certain motives and goals about security. When we talk about any sort of security, why it is necessary or why not it is necessary, or what brings an attacker to attack, or why, excuse me, why an organization needs to secure their specific secure the specific environment. There's always a motive behind each and every attack. Sorry. We usually use this formula, that is attack equals to the method plus the method plus the vulnerability, which says attackers generally have certain motives which are specific goals and objectives behind the information security breach of an organization. A motive originates out of the notion that a target system stores or process something valuable which leads to the threat of an organization on the system. The purpose of the attack may be to disrupt the target's organization, business operation, or certain sort of reputation, or to gain some financial motives out of it. Now, behind every security attacks, okay, let me ask you, there are certain reasons for an attack. There are certain reasons for attack. Now, can anyone of you can tell what are those certain reasons, like why a hacker would like to attack an organization? There might be certain reasons. Can you please name them one by one? कि एक अटैकर क्यों बार बार एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के ऊपर अटैक करेगा, और why a attacker will attack an organization out of anything or out of the blue?
Exploitation.
Find out a
Okay. Yes, yes, please, please, please. Someone said find out something. What?
yes, find out a vulnerability.
Okay, for checking. Okay, we can combine them in the same thing. For testing vulnerabilities. Any other reason?
Financial
Ransom.
gain.
Come again?
Financial gain.
Okay, financial gain, and in other terms, they will be asking for certain
Ransom.
ransoms. Okay, someone said to earn fortune. Okay, Mr. Farhan, it will be the same. That is the fortunes in terms of financials. Let's say
Uh,
certain political motives
yeah, reputation.
will be reputation, exactly. Okay, now there are something we call birds. Okay, you are going to laugh out of this thing. Some will be like angry bird, or some will be like lovebirds. Like, it is not 100% sure that every organization will provide 100% satisfaction to their employees. Okay, which means and there might be certain couple of persons in the organization who are not satisfied from their job or from their managers, from their bosses. So they will be feeling suppressed in each and everything, which means like I'm getting less pay, but my manager is asking me to work more, or my pay is not as equivalent to as others who are working less as compared to me, or my manager is taking advantage of my work policy that I am doing the work and he's taking the credit. That's the angry bird. So there might be certain people who always want to take revenge or take their anger out on organization. They are categorized as angry birds. And there might be some persons like, okay, she cheated on me or he cheated on me, so I will make sure I will hack into his Facebook or her Facebook account, Instagram account, or bank account. So these kind of people are there which can perform. There could be certain political motives. Okay, political motives as in two companies are good rival for each other. One company hires a good number of hackers, smart hackers who can hack into the other company just for their purpose or just to fulfill their whole motive and to disrupt the reputation of the rival organization. Then there could be more. Let's say national motives. Okay, national motives as in there might be, or we usually call them cyber terrorists. Okay, cyber terrorists as in, let's say we Indians consider Indian hackers as good hackers who hack into other nations' website and reveal their data and secrets. But on the contrary, those Indian hackers are considered as what we call cyber terrorists for the other organization or other nation itself. Let's say, for example, country A hired some hackers from itself to hack into countries B. For country A, those hackers will be heroes, but for country B, they will be again terrorists. Then there is cyber warfare. We all know, like people are living in the shadows who take advantage of technology just to hide their identity and to leak some other people's information. Okay, I'll tell you how you can grab those information. Those are cyber warfares, which means company to company, country to country, from one organization to organization, these things are going on. And at the last, Mr. Farhan has mentioned hacktivist. There are certain group or certain people or group of people who believe hacking for good. They are known as hacktivists. They don't consider what could be the outcome of it, but they think, okay, if I try to hack Facebook today or Paytm today or any server in the world today, it will be a good example for us and we can perform it because we are good at it, or something good they are looking out of it. But actually they are not concerned about what exactly the result could be or what exactly the outcome could be. Now, you might be thinking like from where we can actually grab information like whose database has been hacked or what sort of document data has been hacked. So there is this website named as WikiLeaks. Okay, WikiLeaks is a organization where you can find out all the leaked information about any organization. It could be like country wise, it could be like community wise, it could be like organization wise. So it's a small organization or small website founded by Mr. Julian Assange. And what you can find out here, let's say I want to search about India. Hit and type India and hit enter. It will search through its whole repository. Scroll down, you will find each and every leak which has been done from India or which is related to India. Returns Clinton tells India it's time to leave. AFP Christopher Clinton something something to India over Afghan troop drawdown, something like that. Or moreover, we all are pretty much aware that last year there were presidency election in America. Who won it? Guys, who won that election, which was between Mr. Donald Trump and Mr. Biden?
Biden.
Okay, 5 years before to those elections, there were again election between Lady Hillary Clinton and Mr. Donald Trump. Who won those elections? Mr. Donald Trump.
From
And the worst part was he hired certain hackers to hack into Hillary Clinton's account. And if you will search here, Hillary, so you will get out the whole email archive of Hillary Clinton, or you can just go to the leaks, scroll down a bit, and you will find here Hillary Clinton's email archive. So just show a minute, it might be somewhere here. See, Mark on the French minister's email archive is here, as well as, yeah, here it is, Hillary Clinton email archive. You will be able to see the emails of like 5 to 10 years of Lady Hillary Clinton up to this date, that is February 2018. You can just search here, let's say Obama. You will see all the emails which has been sent by Hillary Clinton or sent to Hillary Clinton, which contains the word Obama. Here, if you will open it, it will be showing you the whole email chain here. Got it? From where you can actually grab all this information. Go to wikileaks.com. You will see the all the latest information which has been done. I guess since 2001, there's nothing has been posted because Mr. Assange is in prison right now. But if there would be any critical information, that will be mentioned over here. Got it? Guys, do you got it?
Yes.
Perfect. Now there are different, we just got to know that there, what are the reasons? Okay, while Assange is in the custody, why WikiLeaks is still up and running? Uh, WikiLeaks is not just a single server base. It is maintained by different people globally. What they do is you will send them a leak via mail, and they also provide this thing that is submit. If you will go to submit, they will tell you how you need to send it via a Tor browser. Then they will verify it. After verifying, they will post the leak. So it's not just only run by Mr. Assange. There are multiple persons who are running and maintaining the servers. Earlier in 2023, like from January to March, this whole WikiLeaks was down. But someone came to know that WikiLeaks is down, so they started working on it again and they made it online. So if you will post a leak over here, they will again post it after verifying it via one way or another way. So he is the founder of WikiLeaks. Earlier he used to maintain, now others are maintaining it. Now we got to know like what could be a specific reason for an attack. We also need to know what are the classifications of the attack. There are various different kind of attacks which can be done. So the very first one is your passive attack. Then we have got excuse me, active attacks. Then we got in close-in attack. Excuse me. Insider attack. We have got distributed attack. Okay. There are these different five different classification of attack. Passive attack means they do not tamper with the data and involve intercepting and monitoring of network traffic. So which means they will be like monitoring your traffic which has been going through. They might be using certain tool like Wireshark, TCP dump, or any other tool which can intercept the traffic. It's a kind of MITM attack, which means man in the middle attack, which will make sure each and every data, every single bit of data is being monitored by the attacker itself. Active attack is like they will tamper the data which is in transit or which is in rest. Like they will be disrupting the communication and services between the system to bypass into secure or breaches and perform the security breach. It's something like there is a web application running on. I'm sending the request, waiting for the response, which means the attacker is performing any sort of attack which will be resulting in tamper of any single bit of data is considered as an active attack, or any sort of malware attack which will be considered as an active attack. Closing attacks are performed when the attacker is in close physical proximity with the target system, which means let's say you are inside an organization. You find out there is a server which is open. An attacker will come with a USB stick or a pen drive containing some malware, can insert it into the server, and all the servers in the organization got hijacked or taken down by the attacker. That's something we call close-in attack, which means attacking within the parameters or within the environment of an organization. Insider attack again is a kind of closing attack, but it's little bit different. Insider means in closing, like it could be any person, like a third person who is unknown to the organization went for a industry visit or went in for some work. But insider person is a sort of attack. Let's say I am working in an organization. For example, let's assume Google, but I am frustrated from the services of Google. So what I will do out of my frustration, I will leak some information or I will help some other person to perform an attack on Google's server. So being as a part of organization, I performed an attack. Then we have got distributed attack. Distribution attack occurs when attacker tamper with hardware or software prior to installation. Prior to installation, as in, let's say I used to work in a company who provides a security to different organization with the help of a bot. Now that bot is a small application which we need to install inside the target system and on the organization, and will keep a 24/7 security monitoring. So once what happened, someone tampered that bot and install or put a malware code inside the application. So as soon as someone from the person, delivery person, install that bot or application inside the target system, rather than installing the bot, he accidentally installed a malware. That's something we call distributed attack, which means modification of a software or a hardware prior to installation and then delivering it to the target system. Got it?
What is close in attack?
Okay. Closed in attack are it's something like let's say okay, let's say what's your name, by the way? It will be pretty much easy for me to
Prashant.
communicate in that way.
Prashant.
Prashant. Let's say Prashant, you work in which organization?
iTexas.
High tech.
iTexas here.
iTech. Let's say you're working in iTech. I am not aware about the iTech, but you told me somehow that iTech's office is in New Delhi or in Kolkata. I requested a small, I put a small request to you. I want to have an industry visit of iTech office campus. So you will ask me, your manager for the visit. I will come down there, but you don't know my exact intention. So what I will do, I will create a small rubber ducky or 80 teeny digits part or bad USB which have a ransomware in it. I will go to the iTech campus, find out a small system, put an USB device which is containing certain malicious data. It will execute itself after inserting, and I will take it out and I will come back. So for performing this attack, I need to go to the specific campus or I need to go to that specific building. Got it now? What close-in attack is?
Yes.
So it's something like performing eavesdropping or performing dumpster diving or shoulder surfing. Shoulder surfing is like, let's say you are typing in your credential for any login. Okay, everyone is pretty much secure or conscious about their password. So what I will do, I will stand just right behind you, and from the top, I will try to see what are the passwords or characters you have used or you have entered in your this thing in your password section. That's something we call close-in attack. Either you are inside the close-in environment of the organization or you are in a very close relation from the target itself. Got it, guys?
Yes, sir. Can you just put the definitions in the clarification, like passive, active, close, insider, and distributed? You put it for passive, but active you've not put, or you're going to give notes after?
Yeah, I will be providing the notes after.
Okay.
That will be pretty much of usage to you, or like I will be providing the notes after. But if you feel like, okay, that something should be mentioned inside the notes, please do feel free to tell me. I will make sure each and everything is inside the notes itself.
Okay, sir.
Perfect. Now, when we talk about hacking methodologies, okay, there are different kind of methodologies which are being used by the hackers. Okay, there are so many frameworks, there are so many methodologies which can be provided or on which a person or a hacker actually use. First one is CEH, hacking methodology. Okay, it's also known as CHM. What usually happens in this CHM is there are different phases which can be used. Like first one is your footprinting. Then after footprinting, there will be scanning. After scanning, there will be enumeration and then vulnerability analysis. Okay, that's a very first and it is generated by EC Council, that is CHM, in which first attacker will try to find the information or perform a information gathering about the target itself via the footprinting method. Then once footprinting is done, they attacker will try to check what are the ports open, what are the services running, what's the operating system in there. And after performing that, they will try to enumerate as in what's the version of the service or what's the username, for how long the user will be working, if there is any other application using any kind of information, they will be checking about all this information. Then they will be analyzing the whole vulnerability, like how they can actually take advantage of the vulnerability or how they can alter the things in the vulnerability. And the last phase is system hacking. And in system hacking, they can use multiple ways. They can go for like gaining access. Like after analyzing the vulnerability, let's say they find out in an application or in a server, anonymous FTP is working or there is a vulnerable version of FTP is working. So they will try to first gain the access. After gaining the access, they will be escalating the privileges. after escalating privileges means they will try to gain the access of either admin account or the root account having highest number of permission. Then they will try to maintain the access, and after that they will try to cover the traces or clearing the logs. Okay, cover the this thing. Maintaining access means they will always require to go in and out of the system and again gain the access of the system. But once the initial access has been maintained, so attacker won't try to perform the above step. They will leave a back door for themselves and they can gain the access anytime they want. Then there is this clearing the logs. Every activity you make inside the system will be recorded in the form of logs. So they don't want their logs to be get traced or tracked back to it, because they always feel like they will be caught or there might be some inspecting department who will catch them. So they will delete all the access ways or all the areas where their activity has been monitored. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Then second methodology which we are having is cyber kill chain. It is also known as Martin Lockheed cyber kill chain. It is having seven actual phases. It is having seven actual phases. First one is again reconnaissance. Reconnaissance means information gathering. Let me put it here. Okay, again, footprinting also means information gathering. Okay, always remember the very first phase in each and every methodology will be reconnaissance or information gathering. Once the information has been gathered in cyber kill chain, the other thing will be they will start about weaponizing. Okay, weaponizing, that how they can perform an exploit or what kind of attack they can perform, or what kind of malware or any kind of malicious application they can create. Once they have done the weaponization of the attack, they will check out about the delivery. Delivery as in how they can deliver that malware to the target system or the target organization. Once the delivery has been done, they will be waiting for it to get exploitation, which means after delivering, they will be sitting back and waiting that when someone will click on it or when someone will execute it, or according to the time or the crafting or weaponization, they will wait for it to get executed. Then, once the exploitation has been done, which means they have the initial access, they will start with installation, like installation of further malicious application, which will help them to maintain the access. Once the installation has been done, they will be working for CNC, which is command and control, which means they can give the command from their end and that will be executed on the target system and they will be able to see the result. And after that, they will be working for exfiltration. Exfiltration means perform actions to achieve intended objects and specific goals. This Martin Lockheed cyber kill chain is used globally and is also known as aggressive method or the most offensive method. Every other methodology you are going to read or going to check about, they all are working upon this specific Martin Lockheed cyber kill chain. There is this one more phase named as, or one more methodology named as 5 phases. That 5 phases of hacking again comes with the very first thing, that is information gathering, then scanning, then gaining access, then maintaining access, and then your covering traces. See, all of these are pretty much quite the same. Just there will be a difference of couple of phases which are actually provided there or which are actually present over there. So in simple terms, when we talk about all these phases, they are pretty much the same. Okay, there aren't any difference, but there will be a difference of working accordingly, like what sort of information can be gathered or how much information can be gathered, how an attacker can leverage it, or what's the basic working criteria of an attacker for performing any kind of hack or performing any kind of exploit inside the organization itself. Got it?
So, Abhijit, that cyber kill chains is like a framework or methodology.
Come again?
I'm I'm audible now.
Yes, yes, yes.
So that cyber kill chain, it's like a framework or methodology.
It's actually a methodology.
Okay.
Framework is not these, none of these are considered as framework, these all are methodology. Okay, there is this another methodology which is named as TTPs, which means tactics, techniques, and procedures. Okay, these that's something new, which is TTPs, tactics, techniques, and procedure. When we talk about the tactics, these are the guidelines that describes why an attacker performs an attack. Let me write it down. Why an attacker performs the attack. You can craft it rather than why. You can also put it how an attacker performs the attack. Second one is technique. That's a technical module used by an attacker. And when we talk about the procedures, that's the organizational approach by the organizational approach that actor follows. Okay, so these are few certain procedures, methodologies which are there. In TTP, what they do is first they will analyze after an attack, like how or why this actor has performed the attack and how it has been performed by the attacker. Second is they will talk about the technical modules used by the attacker. Let's say, for example, in the past year, there was Log4j. I guess you might have heard about it. Log4j. Have you heard it?
Yes.
It's a Java-based vulnerability, which is usually found it in this thing, in most of the time LDAP, or present in certain sort of authentication. It's Java something naming it's called as, I can't recall the exact name. Though I was the speaker for one of the conferences. It's certain listing, Java directory listing vulnerability, where the data has been sent, the command has been sent inside the logs itself, and it will be executed at the front end. Okay, so major of the organization, including the certain space shuttles which were sent on in this space, major organization like Microsoft or Oracle, they were pretty much vulnerable to this Log4j. They started analyzing how this attack came, and after performing that root cause analysis for the attack, they talk about the exact methodology or the module, which was Java directory listing, which is also present in LDAP, and most of the organization use it for authentication purpose. And they find out how they can actually eradicate or perform any kind of mitigation from that specific attack. So they try to create a listing in which they won't be using any sort of Java directory listing modules. So that's what we find inside TTPs, that is tactics, procedures, sorry, tactics, techniques, and procedures. Got it so far?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, perfect. So I won't what you call put pretty much pressure on the very first chapter because it is pretty much theoretical. So there is nothing to go as in practical, but I will make sure in between to go for certain sort of practicals to you. So I will be giving a pause as of today. Up to this point, I want you to read and do certain R&D upon all this thing. Will you be fine by it?
Are you providing the notes?
Yes, I am providing the notes. Once the chapter one is complete, I will share a PDF with you of the chapter one. Okay,
Okay.
Is
perfect.
it possible we can create a one WhatsApp group over here so we can share a link and some documents and doubts sometimes with our partners, like students here, the classmates.
Uh,
Yeah, the
I
other group do it. So I think it's worthwhile doing a WhatsApp group.
Yeah, like we can have a one WhatsApp group here. So
Yeah.
I will ask the organizer for the this thing for creating a WhatsApp group for everyone so that will be easy.
No,
Let
otherwise
me
we can create it and we add all the students and yourself.
that can be done. Let me ask first because that's something I'm not pretty much sure.
Can you please let me have a quick look at the note again? I missed the point I'm trying to say. Thank you.
Just a minute. Let me share to everyone the whole text which we have created. I guess that will be pretty much easy.
So Abhijit, how are you going to share the notes you created, compiled with us?
So check out the Zoom chat. Yeah, I guess everyone might have been received. Shobit, that's the very first module which we have covered, which we have started today. So don't worry, nothing has been missed. Can you please confirm, did you receive the notes for today's session, like which we have created?
Yeah, I'm just checking. I've downloaded it.
Yes, please.
Uh,
Abhijit, I have a little bit doubt.
Yes, please.
So you said about DA DMARC check.
Yes.
So what is that actually?
Okay. DMARC is what you call domain
Domain
message
message authentication
authentication
reporting.
reporting and
Yes.
conformance. Every organization, it's like you can say it's a compliant for every organization where they need to keep in mind that there are certain people who can do email spoofing. Let's say I want to send you a message or mail which exactly looks like the genuine person is sending from an organization, but at the back end I am a hacker. I am an attacker sending you all these mails. Okay, so for the prevention of this specific email spoofing, organization use this DMARC record. It's a small pointer record which is presented inside the DNS server just to maintain the integrity that the authenticated person has sent this specific mail from this domain of the website.
Okay, so it's like
so
a
it's like it just
FT.
do some authentication and allow authorized people only, those who are having reputed DNS or some genuine
Exactly.
mailboxes.
Exactly.
So how exactly that works? Like I wanted to know there is a D key also, DMARC, and some more like these words. But how exactly that works? Will you be explaining more about it?
Yeah. Rather than explaining, what I will do is I will show you in the next session how it exactly works. Though it's under the domain administrator, so it could be considered under a domain. You can use any of the services to create this record. It could be like Google, a DMARC generator is there. Okay, let me show you. Rather than okay, generate DMARC record. Yeah. You can use this MX toolbox for generating the DNS DMARC. You need to be the domain holder. Let's say if I have a domain named as abhijit.com, I will be able to generate. So let's say enter the domain name. Let's say, for example, zoom.us. Check DMARC record. They will be having this DMARC record in it. If not, check out. So how do you want the mail failed DMARC to treated by the recipient? You need to say it like reject or quarantine. Then again, you need to give the specific this thing email address of the administrator who are maintaining the website. Then you need to send a small DNS where this whole thing will be pointed at. And then you need to send the percentage that actually it's supposed to be left blank, and then you need to set up the report. Now this report will be generated or set up inside any of the DNS server which is used by the organization just for upholding their domain names. So it will generate a small configuration in this manner. So what I need to do is I need to copy paste it inside the dns.conf file of the server itself, of the DNS server.
So in my case, if I'm using Office 365, then do I need to put this particular content to the my Office 365 DNS?
No, Office 365 must have been registered. That suite might must have been registered with the specific domain. Let's say if I am working, let's say for example, I am working in Deloitte. So my email ID could be abhijit.singh@deloitte.in. So that Deloitte.in will be the domain for the whole DNS record, for the DMARC record. So that will be specified or pointed by the domain administrator where they might be using. Let me show you. It's zoom.us. Terminal. The tool was host. Host space hyphen T. I am checking about as name servers for zoom.us. So there are these servers ns1772.aws.dns.com. So using that
We're unable to hear you, sir.
Vijit, you are not audible.
hello. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
you're
saying
back.
like that record which we have generated from here will be kept in a configuration file in all of these servers. So a single user is not responsible, the organization or the domain administrator is responsible for it. Let's say if you're using Office 365, in that Office 365 suite might have been registered from an organization. In that case, you it will be working.
So how does the
My case,
record get any bad reviews? Is it because somebody complain about that domain that it gets different colors? How does that work?
No, they here are you talking about this thing?
Correct,
Green one?
correct.
Oh, actually that's a format of a website.
Okay.
So they will be checking whether they have a specific syntax of this record there or not. Like they have specified this one dot DMARC dot zoom dot US. So there are certain tools which can be used. Another tool named is DIG.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so I want like another tool by which you can check is your host command. So I have told you host how you can actually check about the name servers, but using the dig command you can also check about the directly about the DMARC records. Sorry, got it.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So you can take it as a task how you can actually use dig command for checking the DMARC record itself. It's a pretty much easy thing which you can actually use for checking the dig command. Syntax will be pretty much easily available. Let's say you could use. Let me see whether my Unix have the dig command. Okay, so you can go for dig space your underscore DMARC space zoom.us. So it will give you whole of the DMARC record for the same query that is from for zoom.us. Check out. So that's how we can actually check about all of this information. Even you can use NS lookup for checking the DMARC record as well. So I guess it's pretty much clear. Okay. Okay. I missed one thing. DMARC dot zoom dot us, and I can specify it here in txt format. Check out. Is it the same? Point is zoom DMARC, and they are giving us the same emails which are present here right in front of us. This one. So that's how you can actually check for the DMARC record, and it's one of the bounty point. Like 50% of the organization which are present in bug bounty program, they keep it in the scope. You can report organization for missing their DMARC account or DMARC record and get certain bounty points or certain kind of bounties which are available at that point. So I'll keep on telling you things like this in between to make things a pretty much more spicy.
Mm. There's one concern, sir. You load in
Yes,
this
please.
into the chat. If any of the colleagues who are not part of the meeting today or missed it, how are they going to
Mhm.
get these notes?
They can ping out. We are always available for providing the notes, so there won't be any issue.
I think best thing is WhatsApp group. At least even if they didn't make it to the class, they would have at least notes and the recording to go with it. Otherwise, it's very
Yes.
difficult to, you know, keep up to date with everything. And don't forget, we are all working. Saturday, Sunday is the
Yeah,
only time.
I am pretty much aware. But that decision is yet to be made by the organizer itself. So I will ask them if it is a possibility to create the group itself for everyone's ease
Okay.
and
The other
comfort.
thing
We will
is,
do it.
last week you did a demo. I think you're a author of one of the books as well, you were saying. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Any chance we could get a sneak preview of that?
That book is all about this thing, about the motivation and the journey of the
Oh,
cyber.
it's not the technical aspects.
No, but I'm
Okay.
writing a book about the technical aspect. So most probably by the end of couple of months, it will be completed and will be sent for the
That's
publication.
fine. You can
So
send it to us. We can do the
I,
proofreading for you.
yeah,
That will
perfect. I
help you.
will for sure.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Catch you tomorrow at the same time with continuation of this first chapter. So most probably, if the chapters will be quite long enough, we'll break it into two parts and complete it in 2 days. If the chapter is small, then we'll finish in the same day. Like we have got this chapter one, it's pretty much long enough. So we'll take 2 days, that is today's time and tomorrow's time to cover up this whole chapter. Okay, guys, I hope you got the points. If in case you feel like asking the questions, please feel free to ask. I would always love to answer. I haven't taken the orientation session, I guess so, Mr. Farhan. So I'll try to keep it pretty much more simpler rather than comprehensive as a complex. So I'll make sure that each and everything. I guess it will be uploaded by the administrator itself. Since the trainer, as a trainer, I don't have the access of the portal's uploadation part. So it's been recorded by the organizer and they will pretty much sure they will upload it. Okay, guys, wish you a very good day. Since it's the night, wish you a happy night and catch you
Okay.
tomorrow. Bye bye.
See you tomorrow. Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye.
Love you guys.